the Real Life Trading Pre-Market Day Trading Show. All right, what's up, traders from around the world? Good morning. Happy Monday. What's up, YouTube? Good morning, Matt, Brandon, Eric, Doug, Bill. Morning, Albert. Everybody's in the house. Morning, John. Morning, Sky, Michael. Everybody had a great weekend. Morning, Vaughn. Tanya, you're back. Welcome back. Good morning, Tony, or good afternoon over there. Always lurking. Good morning, Paul. Morning, Kyle. All right. So SPY last week, pretty good week last week. Had gapped up and then just kind of hung out, chopped around sideways, squeezing in between these moving averages. There's the weekly candle. The market had every reason to go down last week. I mean, it was just nonstop Fed talk like all week long. And surprisingly, I know a lot of people felt like Friday was pretty bearish, but the SPY, I mean, it's a little tiny inside day. I guess since we closed up here and then gap down there, it felt a little more bearish. But I think that sideways action is actually relatively healthy. And I think that the fact that the market held up last week, pretty good. Pretty good for the bulls. Here's the Qs. Very similar. Every reason to sell off. Microsoft warning, Apple warning, Tesla warning. I mean, literally any any of those reasons could have just tanked the market all by themselves. Let alone all three, plus the hawkishness out of the Fed, and even the Qs held up. I think that's pretty good. That's a good sign. There's the Dow. Held up a little bit better. IWM actually looks really good. This sure I don't take my eye off. This is a great gap on IWM today. Oh yeah. Yeah. Look at that little inside doji gapping up above both those candles. Yeah, IWM looks good. So small caps kind of started our leg down. They're leading us out of the bottom here. At least the temporary bottom. We'll see if it becomes the bottom or not. But that's a really good gap on IWM. Very nice. Amazon, okay, they did adjust the chart. I was like, TradingView hasn't adjusted it. TOS had, but TradingView had not. It is adjusted now. Yeah, and the way that TOS like does the P&L, I'm like, I'm up $36,000 on Amazon this morning. But it's just the way the P&L shows on the app. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see hundreds of shares over there, and it's a good gap. It's a good gap. It looks nice. 2-day pennant patterns. I really like those. Looks like it's gapping up above Friday's candle. Not above Thursday, unfortunately, but it looks good. I think this got room to go into the 50. We got Chewy. And this looks like a good gap that held up on Friday. I know there were some doomsdayers out there on Friday, like everything's going back to zero. You know, I don't know. Things look pretty good. I'm not saying that they're going to all-time highs, but now everything can change. Friday we have CPI, So if CPI comes in super hot on Friday, I think we're going to get hammered. But what if it doesn't? What if it ticks down a little bit? It's still inflation isn't going away anytime soon, but even if it ticks down a little, could see the market rally on that. But yeah, so there's SPY. Here's the Qs. Nice gap. Nvidia. The gap was a little better earlier, I thought. Yeah, it was a little bit better, but that's probably the better gap clearing the open. AMD. This chart is probably the most bullish of all of these, but it's not going to qualify because that's a retest gap. Tesla almost clearing the open Friday. This one was super weak on Friday. I did end up rolling down to that 700. A little bit of a gap up with the rest of the market, so we'll see how it opens. Apple is barely clearing that high. But yeah, you can just tell like Nvidia much nicer versus like Tesla and Apple. Just, because Friday's candle was an inside day versus on Tesla and Apple, they were like reversal candles. Roblox looks kind of crappy, and Delta doesn't look that good either. Net. Net looks a little bearish. PayPal actually is not a horrible gap today. I haven't really been watching this very much. I happened to look at it this morning and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. You might want to watch PayPal. Snapback today on Tesla. I don't know. I don't think this gap is like all that great. It's like you got the highs of Friday, the lows of Thursday. I don't know. Not sure what it's going to do. All the Chinese stocks are gapping up. Might get a little bit of a push from them, and then I think it's just sell the rally again. EDD is gapping up the most into resistance, so that might not even get a rally. Start selling Billy. It's okay. Definitely day tradable, but otherwise I don't want those things. Katie Keurig Dr. Pepper gapping into resistance. What's causing this thing to gap up so much? Really tough to day trade this thing. The volume is absolutely horrible. So I'd probably just leave it alone. You know what one does look kind of nice though? RTX. I like this gap. I could probably move this limit buy down a little bit. But that one looks good. And Scott's Miracle Grow. We'll see where this one opens. I like this double bottom down there. Cheap, valuation wise. Flow Rida. This was pretty nasty to some folks last week. No gap. I mean, it's getting squeezed between the 100, 200. So I just leave it be for now. Starbucks also looks nice too, by the way. It would be a miracle if you made some money on Scott's Miracle Grow. Doomch. Yeah, Starbucks looks interesting. Where nothing really going on there. The Googster, Google looks good too. Inside bear candle on Friday, gapping above it. I mean, how could you not buy Google down here? At least for your long-term account, like you pick up like one share. Like if you didn't buy Google there, I don't know. Reevaluate some things. Tony bought 5. Solid. Yeah, Square, just hanging out. I mean, I like the fact that it isn't making new lows. I mean, that's a good thing. So, but we really need to start getting above this, 90, 91, 92 bucks in here. The 100s, coming to press this thing down. I don't love that. Here's Visa, MasterCard, American Express, JP Morgan. That could be an interesting little gap on JP Morgan. Morgan Stanley, Goldman. Oh yeah, Meta. I think there was someone else leaving Meta. I don't remember who. Apple's got their developer conference this week. So watch that for some volatility. I think they're going to talk about the glasses, hopefully. We shall see. Was there any other ones I was looking at? I looked at that. JD might have a little bit of room to run on JD. Oh, yeah, solar stocks. So all the solar stocks are gapping up. I think these things are fades. On Biden lifting some like temporary tariffs. I don't think it's really going to matter because polysilicon's up like 300%. Which the only one that I know of that doesn't use polysilicon technology is for solar. Sunrun, Enphase, CSIQ, Sedge. So gapping into resistance, I think it's a fade. And then Elon's trying to back out of Twitter. So Twitter's getting hammered. He had like instant buyer's remorse on that thing. He's like, oh, I paid too much money for this thing. I was coming across the wire. So if I was on the Twitter board, I'd be shoving this deal right down Elon's throat. Be like, no, sorry, you waived your due diligence. We have a signed contract. You will be buying our crappy company. So that'll probably end up in court, guessing. But yeah, if you're trying to arbitrage Twitter and it's not looking good for you. Microsoft not really clearing that candle. Google looks nice. For bullish gap and goes, do you look to buy straight out of the gate? No, usually I look for nice like high wave candle or nice little pennant pattern. Preferably like a rising ascending triangle type thing. Or just a good old high wave doji. Yeah, usually 3 or 5 minute. Unless it's like the best gap I've ever seen in my life. Maybe like a 1 minute, but I don't know if there's any of those today. Oh, that's right. Okay. I got to make sure I have this here. It's going to be the 100 SMA. That's right in there. Yeah, looks good. Like we're hanging out. A little bit of chop pre-market. Where are these point of controls? Oh, point of controls are really far away though. Hey, good morning, Cindy. Come on. Trading view? Really, you're really gonna try to do that? Not gonna be able to watch this thing intraday. This chart's so jacked up. Come on. What's up, Hector? Yeah, for those of you in Florida, this weekend I saw this picture. I guess it was raining a lot there. That tropical storm. I saw a picture of a street that was like flooded, and there was like a killer whale, like Shamu, acting like it was swimming down the street, jumping out of the water. That was you. That's exactly what I thought of. I'm like, I bet Hector did this. Not in Tampa, barely got anything. We got some crazy weather last night in Idaho. Crazy thunderstorms. Isn't the whole state 10 feet below sea level? Probably. All right, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so NVIDIA, I think, is going to qualify. AMD, technically not, but this is a really good gap. Tesla, it's going to be close. They're a long-term moving average. No, they're way up there. Ends right there. Apple, will probably qualify, but that's not as nice, and these will not. If I was trading by myself, I'd be watching IWM, Amazon, PayPal, and then maybe Nvidia or AMD. Although the crappy thing with Amazon is going to be this the way the chart is scaled. It's doing the same thing on the. There we go. IWM over here. Put NVIDIA there. Okay. maybe PayPal. Maybe PayPal. I'm interested to see the volume on Amazon because like Amazon's already got, 100 million a day. So is this thing gonna trade? What's 100 million times 20? Is that is that 2 billion? So this thing's gonna trade like 2 billion shares a day. Somehow I don't think it's gonna trade that high. But yeah, this Amazon's like finally gonna be tradable from a intraday standpoint with like tight spreads, etc. Oh man, it's gonna be miserable trying to look at this thing today though. Let me hit refresh, see if that'll help. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, that one will definitely be fun to watch. Sure. I have a feeling that one's gonna be fun. And end up as a new favorite to trade. Kind of like Apple traded a lot more after the split. Spreads tighter, really solid volume. We'll see. I mean, maybe it just won't trade as much, but anyone else have any other stocks they want to look at pre-market real quick? AMD, I mean, it looks good. I like AMD gapping above the 100 here. Yeah, it looks strong. Starbucks, yeah, also looks good. I like this little doji at the 50 and gapping above it. Ford, really love it better if it was gapping above 14. JD has a little bit of room to go. Where's that 100? Maybe up to the 100 on the daily. But they might not make it there. There's so many bag holders on these things. AI only got room to the 100. Don't think it'll go above there. Yeah, crypto over the weekend I think was pretty strong, wasn't it? Crypto was pretty strong. So you can see like crypto rallying, stocks up. So it's a more of a risk on day with crypto rallying. And how the mighty have fallen, huh? Everyone's like Solana's taking over the world, down 86%, like all this other stuff. Energy stocks, I think they look pretty strong again. Oxy, yeah, cute little gap. I mean, I think they're just gonna keep going higher. Like, what's gonna bring oil down? I think they're just gonna go higher. Gas probably gonna be $6 a gallon by the end of the summer in the US. California people already paying more than that. Yeah, this is probably a wave 4 on Merck. Biden postponed his visit to Saudi Arabia. Yeah. 675. Oh gosh. Those things couldn't get any. Yeah, he was going to go to Saudi Arabia, but then everyone was like up in arms because they killed that journalist, and so he canceled. Yep, just wait till the diesel shortage hits from the East Coast. I also I heard someone waited like 4 hours to supercharge their Tesla in Southern California over the weekend. I'm not sure what I would rather do. Wait 4 hours at a supercharger or pay $6 in gas. Yeah, XLE, I mean, it's strong. I expect XLE just based on this fib extension, which looks pretty good, especially like this extension right into here and this retest. I mean, XLE probably ends up making it. I'm not saying today, but at some point up into this 96 area. It's pretty bullish. Q's, man, Q's and SPY look good. IWM looks great. I think this cap is very nice. Tesla and Apple will probably qualify. And Nvidia, Roblo, no. Delta, probably not. Amazon got a little pump here pre-market. I'm not bothering pulling it up because if I try to go intraday, oh wait, okay, they fixed it. There you go. It's not showing me like 3,000 on Friday or whatever it was. So that's cool. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out on YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. Check us out at reallifetrading.com if you want to hang out all day long with that all access pass. And we'll see y'all tomorrow.